Assalamualaikum and very good evening. My name is Nur Rosmadi, representing University of Malaysia Kelantan to discuss the preliminary study of late Oligocene to early Miocene Calcareous nannofossils in Calcareous Peninsula, Sabah. First of all, what is Calcareous nannofossils analysis? This analysis is the primarily used to identify the detailed age dates for the stratigraphy, and the Calcareous Peninsula is the study area that comprises of 5 little stratigraphic units: Temburong, West Crocus, Setup Shape, Blight, and Liang formations. Okay, this study area had the correlation of the stratigraphy to the formation, convincing the previous planktonic flora analysis and by the Junaidi et al. 2018, and it is also one of the onshore outcrops of the western side of Sabah mainland, which contributed to the high potential of hydrogen exploration within the Temburong formation. But there is lack of Calcareous nannofossils study in terms of academic purposes. However, there is a systematic preliminary research study had been conducted to find the taxonomic diversity based on the morphology features within the age of late Oligocene to early Miocene. So the study area located in Sabah, and Sabah is located at the intersection of the two mega tectonic trends. Okay, the figure 1 shows the stratigraphy of Calcareous Peninsula with the ascending order of the age, which the Crocker formation is the oldest one and the Liang formation is the recent one, and the Temburong formation is located at the late Oligocene to the early Miocene here. And all the sample have been collected from the 33 stations along the Kuala Penyu to the Menemu. So basically, Calcareous nannofossils is smaller than 30 microns and distinguished into two different, which is heterocalcareous and holocalcareous. Heterocalcareous are larger and constructed by different submicroscopic elements such as grains, roots, and plates, and holocalcareous constructed by submicroscopic calcite crystals and mostly rhombohedra that arrange in regular order. And nannofossils distinguished by 5 different types. So methodology undergoes to 3 different phases, which is fieldwork, simple smear preparation, and light microscope observation. So fieldwork is the conducive work and need to be done before analyzing in the laboratory. So the preliminary study needs to be complete before going to the field. And then measuring section, bagging, and logging is the steps for the fieldwork session. Okay, so the simple smear preparation started with cleaning up the hand specimen by scraping the outer surfaces, and a small fraction of sediment will be scraped by the toothpick and mixed with the few drops of distilled water. But then it being smeared thin and evenly across the glass microscopic slide. The slide was then dried rapidly under the UV light or electric hot plate, and once it been dried, it being glued to a slide by using Canada balsam and dried again under UV light, and then label the slide and ready for the observation with microscope. So the light microscope observation use Leica ICC 50E polarizing light microscope with 800 magnification, and the magnification used in between 2500 to 5000, and both polarized and plane polarized used to get the composition, structure, preservation, and size of the calcareous. So the immersion oil for 100 objective lens not be added during the analysis. Okay, highlights of the research. There are 3 different types Calcareous nannofossils that being observed, which are calcareous, nannolysis, and Mesozoic non-calcareous. So this the images of selected calcareous nannofossils taxa for samples of Calcareous peninsula to study stratigraphic formation with the scale bar 0.05 millimeter. So, the higher taxonomic classification referred to the Young and Bound 1997 and Young et al. 2005. So that there are different order and family with different species name. Okay. So this is the Calcareous remark, which is the morphology features for each of the species. So both of Calcareous abysectus and Calcareous purpuri have similar formation, which is subcircular but different size, bigger and smaller, and different central area. And both of Vertical Penistera, Bisecta, and Calcareous pelagicus have similar elliptical but different central area. So nonetheless, Mesozoic non-calcareous also have different features, which Verodus bigelowi has regular pentagonal dodecahedron with a closely butting plate, but smooth surface pentagonal shape with concave edges and very fragile. And this coastal defender also fragile with 6 radius coaster and with distorages on the race. So the Thoracosphaeracea came from family of Thoracosphaeracea, extant calcifying dinoflagellates, have two parts related to the fossil calcareous, and lastly Elisphera is an extant cocolithophos, plaque-leaf-like calcareous with asymmetrical distal flange, but it is low abundance for this research. So for the conclusion, there are a total of 8 different species have been discussed and originated at the range of late Oligocene to early Miocene. However, there is Mesozoic non-calcareous at the age of Daniel being observed by Thoracosphaeracea and Elisphera species, which indicates the last occurrence of this species within the formation of the lower Paleogene. So the light microscope observation had achieved into the admirable preservation, and the Calcareous nannofossils has proven and very useful in paleontological studying. So the credit stands for both of my supervisor and co-supervisor, Dr. Nusufia and Mr. Junaidi Aziz, and also thanks for program Faculty of Science and Natural Resources University Malaysia Sabah and Organic Resources Sundara Berhad. So there are 11 references that can be referred for this research. That's all from me. Thank you.